Hello, everyone. This is Travis McCurdy here, previewing the 2016-17 Northwood University women's basketball season with head coach Jeff Curtis. And coach, coming into the season, I think expectations are high. You've got a talented group coming back, and I think you guys are expecting big things this year.
We are 14 returning players, obviously, when you look at your roster and know what you have coming back. We're excited about that, to be able to go into practice early on. We've had some good practices. Players know what we expect. They know what we do. It just makes things a little bit easier, and we can move at a more rapid pace. But I do think the expectations are high. I think we have a good blend of inside-outside players, good athleticism, and some experience, which is super important in our league.
Looking at your team, it's going to start with Jordan Nuremberg. She had a remarkable junior year, and all signs are pointing to her having another big season in her final season at Northwood.
Well, we certainly hope so. Jordan emerged last year as one of the best players in our league, and tough matchup with her quickness and ability to finish shots in a wide variety of ways. But Jordan has worked really hard, and the jump she made last year was very significant. She's stayed up here again all summer long, working on her game and in the weight room and doing everything she needs to do to be successful. So I would say she's put herself in a position to have a great year, and we're certainly hoping for that as well.
You also bring back a lot of depth in the backcourt as well, along with Jordan. Players like Maddie Seeley, the Orwat twins, Sammy Stormont. These are all players that are in position to have big years for you.
Yeah, I think we have depth overall, and when you look at our team, the practices have been very competitive. There's not a huge drop-off from 1 through 10 to the next 3 or 4. But we do have a lot of returning players that have game experience, and I think that's just so vitally important when it comes down to playing games in the GLIAC and understanding the intensity at which these games are played and what it takes to win. And I think our returning players have put themselves in a spot where they're going to have great years, and I think that's our confidence level. That's the focus we have going into the season, and if the pieces seem to fit in the right spot, I'm very optimistic.
Looking at your point guard position, you really have a couple players back, but I know that's been a really good battle so far early in camp.
It has. Both Zakiya Wells and Ashley Campbell doing a great job in practice, and it's day to day, and they're both bringing a lot to the table in a different way, and it's exciting. But at the same time, I like the versatility because we're not just keen on one at that point, and I don't know who it's going to be, and that might change 50 times between now and the first game. So they're duking it out, and it's been very competitive in practice.
Looking at the 4, you've got a couple of players back that have spent a lot of time there in career in Emily Kutch and Delaney Kenny, and I know you're real excited about how both of them have performed so far as well.
Yeah, Delaney has been outstanding in practice, not just on the floor and what she's bringing to the table, but her overall leadership and what she does for our team has been outstanding. She's doing a great job with just kind of keeping the team together and that voice on the floor for us, the extension of our coaching staff. And she's one of those players that she's tough, she's gritty, she will not hesitate to get on the floor for a loose ball, do the dirty work, which I think very vital to success of teams, have players like that. And yeah, she's worked hard on her game too. And I think there were times last year where offensively it was almost like an afterthought. She was on the floor because of her defense and her rebounding, and now I think she actually has something to bring to the table offensively. But Emily is healthy, and I can't say enough about that. Going through what she did last season was extremely tough on her mentally, and I think she's in a really good place and hopefully ready to contribute this year.
Only 2 newcomers on the team, but I know you're excited about both of them. Talk about the 2 new kids on the team.
Brooke Ditto, freshman from Madawan, strong, versatile inside-outside player. She does a really nice job finishing around the rim. Carly Harrington transferred in from Central Michigan University, and Carly's 6'2" and long and shoots the ball really well out to the 3. So versatile players, and both of them will contribute this year.
Looking forward to the GLIAC. The league is always tough on both men's and women's side, but this year on the women's side, I mean, there's 3 teams ranked nationally in the top 10 in some preseason polls, so it's going to be a real battle, as it always is.
Our league is tough, and I think that's something that we rally around. If you look throughout the course of history, a team from the GLIAC is always going to make a run. winning a national championship. I don't think that'll be any different this year with, as you mentioned, 3 teams ranked in the top 10. 2 of them are in our division. It's going to be tough, and I think we have a team that is set up to make a push, and it's just going to be an absolute war every single night out in our league. And you can look at our teams one through the bottom, and it's you got to show up to play, and it doesn't matter who you're playing. And those teams are all tough. They're all well coached, very competitive basketball.
Well, Coach, really looking forward to it. Should be a great season. Thanks for joining us, and good luck.
Thanks, T-Mac.